We put ourselves in position. That's what we do in this crazy world. Sometimes we make good decisions, sometimes we make bad decisions. When we make bad decisions, we have to live with them. And then we have to figure out a way to dig ourselves out of the hole. It doesn't sound to me like you're doing it. Jessica, Lynn, and I at 25R514-118A.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Graziani, appearing on behalf of Jessica Naya, who's coming for the podium. She's done my letter. Please identify herself.
So I initially placed the defendant on probation on May 15 of 25. Took her plea under 771.1. That was revoked when she didn't do anything. I then sentenced her to 20 hours of community service by June 1. That was March the 19th. How is she going to proceed?
Judge, we plead guilty, but of course with an explanation.
If you plead guilty here, ma'am, I want you to understand you could get 10 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights form?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge, failure to provide proof of completing 20 hours of community service by June 1st, how do you plead? Sorry,
Guilty.
did you fail to provide proof of completing 20 hours of community service by that day?
I did.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Plea is accepted to that charge. Your name, please. Um, What is going on here?
Judge, it's a lack of transportation. She was sharing a vehicle with her partner. The engine blew and
When did that happen?
it happened within the last month and a half.
When?
The last month.
The last month?
It happened like May 20 something.
Well, you had to have it done by June 1, so you hadn't done anything up until the engine blew on May the 20 something?
No, all I did before that was the 8 hours of community service and the 2 court work days.
You were supposed to do 20 hours of community service. Enlighten me here.
So we're here today in 2 separate cases. The one, she did not complete any of her 20 hours. On the other case,
What other case? I'm sorry, I don't have it.
there's the furnishing alcohol to.
You have that one. I thought I had another one for Jessica and I.
There was 2, I
That was the one I gave you to give to Mr. Graziani, I think.
that's the one that he just gave you back.
How many did you talk
There's
to?
nothing.
How many did you talk to her about?
Judge, I just spoke to her about one matter.
Which one?
It was regarding the furnishing of alcohol to a minor and also the disorderly conduct.
So the disorderly conduct, yes, it's a separate case. That's the one that you had adjourned from May 21st.
Hang on a second. I think it must be in, I don't know where it is. I gotta find that. I'll go look on it. You can check. Oh, here it is. My day, jeez. Now I also have Jessica, Lynn, and I at 25R5254-240. All right, so everybody's name again on this one. Sorry,
John Graziani, appearing on behalf of Jessica Naya.
your name?
Trevor.
So on this one, she pled guilty to failure to attend her probation visit on May the 11th. Failed to pay fines and costs as ordered. And failed to clear all warrants by May 1 of 26.
Judge, again, she didn't express herself well. The car, the truck, the junk truck had been having a lot of problems. It's been back and forth with me. Engine didn't blow, and this person honestly wants to complete it. It's just
I don't know why. She just got done telling me, unless I misheard, that the car didn't blow up until May 20th.
that's
What-
correct, Judge.
What did that have to do with her not clearing her warrants by May the 1? What did that have to do with her not paying her fines? And what did that have to do with her not reporting to probation?
Judge, what happened is she simply doesn't have transportation, is unable to make any kind of money. She was about $500 a month on a bridge card for herself. And
Does she work?
she is working at, she's on a list at Culver's, Naples. In fact, they were kind enough to, keep her on the list until the transportation issue was resolved. She and her partner were in separate shifts, so as to be in a position to, make ends meet and ultimately take care of this matter, Judge. I know it's frustrating, but she's in a bad position. She really is financially.
Whoa. Who wouldn't be if you didn't work? Why aren't you working? Do you have children?
I do.
How old?
I have a 1-year-old and a 13, 14-year-old.
The 13 and 14 is normally in the custody of her ex. And what's happened, Judge, is because of her financial situation, she's really unable to take care of the 13 and 14-year-olds, which is just led her to them,
You have somebody who watches the 1-year-old when you're working.
Usually my mother.
Well, why don't you get your mother to watch her every day so you can go out and work and you won't have to be living on $500 a month? Who can do that?
It's hard.
I know it might be hard, but you got yourself into some trouble here and you haven't complied at all.
Judge, to her credit, she did put in 8 hours of community service. She did 2 days of the corporal program and although she was late.
What did she do that on?
So that was right after she got sentenced, which was. End of April, end of May. Have it in mind, I can use my computer if you want.
What, I mean, I don't know what to do with her anymore at this point, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna just let this go.
Judge, I would ask that, even though it's been frustrating for everyone, particularly herself, and for Ms. Raft, she needs to complete this probation. She wants to do it, and she has to face the consequences.
You could have fooled me. How,
Judge, this is an example of truly living on the edge.
I don't want to sound harsh, but we put ourselves in these positions. And kids are wonderful. With them come responsibilities. And I'm just surprised you didn't take advantage of my kind gesture to let you do the community service on the other case. I've already revoked that status. You didn't go and clear any of your warrants. Maybe you don't have the money. I don't know what to tell you. If you walk in there and you talk to the judge like an adult and say, I'm sorry, and you schedule my case, you might find that they're more receptive than you can imagine.
Judge, again, I know it's a broken record, but it is transportation along with not being able to rub 2 nickels to get out of the cycle. I guarantee if this is continued, she'll make an effort, even if it's like $30 or $40 a month. I mean, it's very small, but she'll make that effort, Judge. She did do the community service. For her to complete it, the 2 days of the court program is not only, particularly in her situation.
She did complete those right after she was sentenced. However, she has taken a trip to Miami since then. But we've received no payments.
What was the trip to Miami for?
It was my sister's birthdays. Two of my sisters had a birthday done.
And I'm glad you got to go to your sister's birthday, but sometimes there's priorities.
I wasn't aware of that.
It was a paid for trip. I didn't pay.
I don't have a problem with you going. I have a problem with you not fulfilling your obligations.
I understand.
This isn't part of the violation, but I also just received a notice from Class A, compliance notice because she failed to complete her program. Her Class A as well.
Is that the program where she has to pay $135?
Yes,
Again,
but it's online. You don't have to transportation to do it. There is a cost to it.
again, Judge, it's a matter of.
How are you going to fix the problem? You are an adult. How old are you?
36.
So you're an adult, you're 36 years old. How are you going to fix the problem?
I'm sure with the transportation being fixed now that I'll be able to get to my community service. Also, they put me back on the schedule.
How are you going to fix your financial problem?
Start working a better job. I'm looking, it's hard.
Judge, she is.
Well,
on
I got the
schedule.
impression you were getting $500 a month in bridge card benefits and little or nothing else from working at Culver's off and on. How are you going to fix your financial problem? What are you going to do? Can your mother watch the child more?
Yeah.
Get to work.
Trust me, I want to.
Ma'am, I understand it's not easy to raise children, especially infants like that. I get it. But you got to think about how you're going to fix your problems. You can't just throw up your arms and say, hey, I had car problems. I mean, I don't want to sound harsh about this, but we put ourselves in position. That's what we do in this crazy world. Sometimes we make good decisions. Sometimes we make bad decisions. When we make bad decisions, we have to live with them. And then we have to figure out a way to dig ourselves out of the hole. It doesn't sound to me like you're doing it. I'm just telling you.
Judge, again, I'm asking for a continuation of probation. I know it's
Well,
frustrating for the department and your son, but
I'm not worried about frustration for me. I'm worried about her acting like an adult. No disrespect intended. I really am. Another sentencing date, please, Stephanie. If you can go out about a month on this, that would be good.
Okay, Judge, we are looking at, let's see.
Take your time. I don't know. And I'm gonna adjourn the sentencing on the,
We're looking
Sure.
at July 20th.
that's fine. I'll set a sentencing date on July the 20th on both of these at 8:30. Now, I expect that you will have your 20 hours community service done. I expect that you will clear all of your warrants on the disorder. I have not revoked that 771 status as of yet.
thank you, Judge.
And I will, you missed your payment. I'm gonna expect you to get on track, but you gotta work. You understand what I'm saying? You'll feel good about yourself. You know, we can't survive on $500 and a couple odd days working at Culver's every month. I mean, I don't know how anybody can eat. So I'm gonna wish you well. I'm gonna be fair with you, but you gotta show me more of an effort. And I'm gonna trust you're gonna come back here with some kind of opinion. My mother's gonna watch my child on these days. I have applied for jobs at these locations. Good luck. You can go down the hall and get your new notices. Thank you very
Judge,
much.
thank you. Thank you.
People against Emilio Alexander Coin, 23R 723-037. Your name?
Emilio Coin?
All right, so Mr. Klein, you're charged with failure to pay your fines and costs. I actually have possession of an analog, count one, and I have a second file here of operating while impaired. So I'm gonna make a note. I called it. You weren't here, at least on Zoom. I'll indicate you showed late. We will not issue a warrant. So you are charged now with, sir, on the first charge, failure to pay $845. That's on the attempt possession of an analog. In count two, fair to pay $300, or the second file, I should say, of operating while impaired, fair to pay 300 on that one. If you
Yes,
plead
sir.
guilty, if you're found guilty, you could, since you have no technical violations, you could get 5 days. There's two separate counts, and I would interpret that as meaning that you could only get 5 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to testify at a hearing or remain silent. If you choose to remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing of any kind. And you're waiving the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to a lawyer. If you cannot afford one, I will appoint you one at public expense. Expense. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. You want a lawyer?
No, I don't think I need one for this.
It's up to you. Why didn't you talk to me? I don't want to answer that for you. You can answer your own question. If you want one, I'll give you one. If you
Yeah.
don't, I'll go ahead and ask you how you plead. It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't think I need a lawyer.
To the charge, failure to pay $845 on the attempt possession of analog. How do you plead?
I plead guilty to not paying it.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
And to the charge of failure to pay $300 on the operating while impaired, how do you plead?
I plead guilty to it.
Did you plead? Did you pay that?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
So here I am, and I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Let me just check something here. Now, I would have told you. I would have told you to come and talk to me if you didn't have the money. You were supposed to pay $200 on the date of the sentence, the December 2 of 25. And you were supposed to pay $200 bi-weekly beginning January 12 to 26. That's on the attempt possession of analog. And then you were supposed to pay $200 bi-weekly after fines and costs were paid on count one. I'm not as troubled by the fact that you didn't pay as I am that you didn't extend the courtesy of calling the court and saying, can I speak to the judge? I don't know how many judges, maybe everybody in the country offers that, but I do. And I'm not kidding about it. I would have expected you to be an adult and call the court. That's what I would have expected.
Right.
So I'm a little taken aback by, well, do I need one for something like this?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Time to
I
grow
just
up.
wasn't
How old
sure.
are you? How old are you?
I'm 31.
Well, come on. You're not 9.
Right.
Did you do everything else I told you to do? Did you do your community service?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I did every single thing except this.
Where do you work at?
I just moved. I was having problems with work, living in Toledo. So I moved back to Cleveland about a month ago, and got back to work full time.
Where?
Brook Park.
What do you do there?
Running like a sales organization. So we like sell solar, energy, direct TV,
You haven't paid
AT&T.
a nickel on this case, have you?
You said what, sir?
You haven't paid 1 penny on this case since I sentenced you back last year.
No,
December of
I've been dealing with a lot and
Like
I was
what?
getting,
Tell me, what have you been dealing?
just with my job, like, with not driving and whatnot. I just got a car, getting my license back, going to the courthouse today to take care of, whatever I had to for my license without driving, made it hard to work. So, that's why I moved back out to Cleveland so I get to work full time after I finish my community service.
Would you call in Elizabeth, please? It's just time to grow up.
Definitely.
I mean, she gave you a long time to pay these fines.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay it all in my next check. I thought
How
I
you
was
get,
gonna have it by Friday, last Friday, but it turns out it's gonna be like 2 weeks for my commission check to come in because I work on commission.
you're gonna pay all of these fines, $1,145 by next Friday?
No, Friday after that.
You said, when are you able to pay this?
Let me look at my calendar. My next commission check comes in on July 10th. Or no, July 8th. I'm sorry.
You can pay $450 by July the 8th and balance by July the 22nd. Is that true?
Yes, yes, sir.
If you need more time, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna call you.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna get on the phone with you. We're gonna go on to
Yeah, I'm gonna
Zoom and
call the
you're gonna
courthouse.
be respectful and ask for an extension, and then I'll give it, okay?
Yes, sir.
I won't assess more costs. I'm gonna trust that everything you're saying here is accurate.
Yep.
Call Beth and tell her to forget it. You're all set.
In this courtroom, the judge carefully listened to every detail before reaching a decision. The court showed patience, fairness, and respect for both sides, while ensuring that accountability remained at the center of justice. The judge's words reflected the importance of responsibility, self-control, and respect for others. Rather than acting on emotion, the court relied on facts, evidence, and the rule of law. This case serves as a reminder that justice is not only about punishment, but also about protecting victims, encouraging accountability, and maintaining public trust. The courtroom once again demonstrated why fairness and law matter in society.
A courtroom fell silent as the judge explained the serious consequences of a guilty plea. The defendant was reminded that everyone has the right to remain silent and that silence cannot be used against them. But by pleading guilty, those protections disappear. The judge carefully outlined what was at stake: no trial, no hearing, and no requirement for the prosecution to prove the case. Even the presumption of innocence would be waived. It was a powerful moment that highlighted the weight of a guilty plea. One decision could permanently change the course of the case and the defendant's future.